This is the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. 17. Because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh Shai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 17 through 18, is I came across this article brought to you by ABC News today. And they're reporting how women in America are more likely to experience depression, anxiety, new CDC data shows. All right. Now, of course, this is mainly hitting Esau Edom's women, all right, because they clearly seeing their kingdom falling. But when you read this article, all right, there's certain Jakes that are coming out and saying, yeah, you know, we're seeing a psych doctor and we're taking medication, all right, because they're experiencing depression, which clearly shows that, hey, the reason why you're feeling depressed and anxiety because the Lord departed you from wisdom and understanding. Here it is. You thought that as long as you had a job, all right, that everything was going to be sweet in America. And now look, all right, this pandemic took away a lot of y'all jobs, all right, especially you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, all right, because this COVID-19 exacerbated, all right, the service industry, all right, the restaurant industry, the hotel industry, and that's where majority of you Israelites, women, all right, we're working at, all right, the bar industry, so on and so forth, all right. So, hey, this is clearly the Lord humbling y'all down, bringing you down, all right, because this is your judgment, all right, because for decades, all right, for years you've been loud, clamorous, all right, running your mouth, acting like you know something, because all you've been doing was regurgitating everything you heard from Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Let me get a scripture, you know, that describes majority of our women in America. A foolish woman is clamorous, right? Loud, all right? Loud, all right? Runs her mouth. That's the reason why the Jake men don't want to settle down, all right? Which you so-called, mainly the so-called black women, all right? You Hispanic women, all right? You so-called Hispanic women, you running your mouth too, all right? That's why you can't keep a man. That's why you're out of wedlock, all right? Because of this. She is simple and knoweth nothing, right? You know, how many times you don't talk down to the men of Israel, telling them, all right, get a job, all right? You're supposed to be making more money than me, all right? You ain't shit. Look at always comparing Jake to the heathen. Look what they're doing and you're not doing it. All right. Now look at you suffering from depression and anxiety. All right. Let's get into this article because there's some good stuff that's what's said in here. It says black, brown adults were least likely to get treatment. The study shows, right. And this is more focused on the men of our nation. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. All right. Because the men are not going to go to majority of the time, not going to go to Esau's psych doctor for mental health, all right? They're usually going to go to a higher power, all right? Scripture says they got a zeal, but not according to knowledge. But you women will run to Esau's physician, all right? To his psych doctors. Let's go on. It says, before the COVID-19 pandemic pushed systematic inequalities and unprecedented stress levels to a breaking point, a crisis in America, mental health already loomed, right? And this has been going on. Mainly the Edomites, all right? They've been suffering heavy mental health, all right? They're actually, according to the CDC, the highest suicide rate among all the other nations here in Babylon, America, all right? Because they see their kingdom going down. They're losing it. New data released by Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's National Center for Health Statistics surveying nearly 32,000 adults and 6,800 children across more than 33,000 households, reveals that in 2019, women were more likely to experience symptoms, excuse me, more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety than men, right? Because the women are the ones going out and asking for help, all right? Okay? And more likely to receive counseling or therapy or take prescription medication to promote their mental health, right? All right, this goes to show you these women have no faith in a higher power, man. All right, they're going out there asking for drugs from Esau, Edom to help their mental state. They have no faith. They weren't imparted to have a wisdom and understanding, all right? And that's why when all hell breaks loose here in America, majority of women that you thought had their shit together are going to fold. It goes on and says, while Edomite and Israelite adults reported experiencing symptoms of depression equally, Edomite adults were more likely to receive concurrent mental health treatment, right? First of all, they have the money to. And second, Esau, Edom don't believe in God. They believe, all right, in their pseudoscience. They believe in their pills. Okay, they believe in their stupid textbooks. Okay? All right? And they have the money to get to receive those resources. Northern Kingdom adults were at least likely to have received any mental health treatment, right? And that's mainly the men, okay? Because the men of Northern Kingdom, they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. So they're going to go to, to some type of religion, even though that's off. Let's go on. It says, it's a definite disparity we notice. Emily Terlizzi, study co-author and health statistician at the NCHS, told ABC News. These are good pre-COVID benchmarks. We want to look now and see, do they change in 2020? Who needs help and who is getting it? Has become even more imperative during a global health emergency. Experts say the solution must first address a structural imbalance in who feels they have the right to ask for support. Even outside the pandemic, women seem to be unequivocally vulnerable to depression, right? Because they have no faith. Okay, they all right, have been living this so-called good life, and now it's being taken from them. All right, and so that's the reason why they're claiming depression and anxiety. And Dr. Pooja Leshmin, a clinical assistant professor of psychiatry at George Washington University School of Medicine, who specializes in women's mental health, I think there's more permission for women to say, hey, I need help. That framework exists for women in a way where for men it's much harder to do that. But at the same time, there are still gaps in our mental health system, right? Because the women are the ones that are going to go and believe in this system and go follow after Esau science. And that's the reason why. Let's jump down. Here we go. Normalizing mental health treatment and availing it to those in need begins with fleshing out an emotional lexicon for groups that have long been left out of the conversation. Experts say women may be more likely to experience symptoms of depression, but they also may be more likely to admit it. All right, Israelite men may not feel equipped to ask for help, even if he feels the need. Right, because Jake ain't going to be going to no shrink, all right? But the women of our nation, they're going to be going to Esau, all right, and spilling out their guts of why they're not happy, and why they need medicine, and that goes to show you, man, the Lord departed wisdom and understanding from these women of our nation, okay? And they're right now complaining. Wait till there's no food, no water at the supermarkets. You're going to go try to find a shrink then? Let's go to Isaiah 3:16. There's not only no food, no water, there's going to be war, man. And these women are going to bug out, man. More directly, this is talking to women of our nation. Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and micing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Right. That was the thing. The women of our nation, majority of them, not saying all, the shoe fits, wear it. We're going around, all right, jumping from rod to rod, all right, partying, clubbing. Okay, the Most High is not in none of their thoughts. Because they had that stupid, okay, 9 to 5, okay, job, they thought they were living the good life. Now look at you. 17. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. 18. In that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their coals and their round tires like the moon. 19. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers. 20. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets, and the earrings, the ring nose and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, the mantless, the wimpless, and the crisping pins, the glasses, the fine linen, and the hood and the veils. Meaning the Lord's taking away, okay, everything you put your faith in, all right, to present yourself in Babylon, and he's doing it, all right? And a lot of y'all out of work. You ain't even able to get your nails done, your hair done, okay? And if you need your hair done or your nails done, you're becoming more of a harlot, or more of a whore, selling your body, okay, jumping from man to man. You got different men for different occasions. The Lord sees all that. 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, right? And these women, man, they stink, man. All right? They've been jumping from rod to rod so much that their quiver, okay, is terrible, man. All right? And that goes to show you, man, women is not supposed to be having multiple men. She's supposed to have one man. And instead of girdle, a rent. And instead of well-set hair, baldless. And instead of stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. And burning instead of beauty. 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. Right. We're getting close to civil war, race war, and World War III, where a lot of Israelite men are going to be put to death. All right? A lot of these heathens are going to get put to death in America. And what are you women who are you going to seek then? Okay? Who's going to protect you? Who's going to financially secure you? 26. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Exactly. All right? You're going to be mourning and lamenting. All right? You think it's bad now? You think you have depression, anxiety now? You haven't seen depression, anxiety. When you see bodies upon bodies just, okay, dropping. Let's go to this one. 2nd Esdras chapter 16. I'm going to start at 31. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. Right. There's going to be mass invasions, man. Okay. And only the Lord is going to be protecting his elect. All right. Starting with the men and the few sisters that have been watching and studying. All right. And being sincere. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travail there through right. So this is talking about a mass depopulation, because no man shall travel through. There's going to be thorns growing. Okay, that proves that there's going to be a heavy depopulation in America, okay, and abroad, wherever you Israelites are scattered at, because the judgment is coming to the house of Israel. 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husband. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Right. Talk about anxiety and depression in that day. Okay, you haven't seen that yet. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish from famine. Right, and that's what's coming, man. All right. So you think it's tough now? You think it's hard to keep your mind on a swivel for you women? Yeah, man. This is judgment. The Lord ain't playing games with y'all. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. All right, that's it on that. Let's go to, you know what? Here's another thing. 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Because this was women's lib, man. All right? The women were taught that they were equal to the men here in Babylon, America. And now look. All right? 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection, right? Women are not supposed to be speaking in the church. Women are not supposed to be teaching in the church. Okay? That's Paul speaking. 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach. There you go. Nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So women judges, women preachers, okay? Any position where man in the Ancient of Days was given that authority, women should not be given that authority. And this is the reason why you have the depression and anxiety, because women were led to believe that they had the equal rights to a man, or they were above a man. And now look, depression, anxiety, all right? So much for you having this so-called authority, all right? Now you run into Esau, the so-called white man, for freaking pills and a head shrink. 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. 14, Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. And this is a prime example. All right? Because these women were deceived in America, okay, starting with the Edomite women, but also our women. Now you're experiencing depression and anxiety, okay? You got deceived. You were deceived by this devil. And it's only going to get worse. All right? We're living in the last days. Let's go to Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right? This is talking to our women, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American women. All right? Who are playing games and acting like things are going to get back together again. And it ain't. All right? 10. Many days and years ye shall be troubled, ye careless women. For the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come right. And we're clearly seeing the beginning stages of that. All right? The jobs are gone. Okay? The unemployment rate, all right, is way above normal. And that's for those able to claim unemployment. That's not including those that have exhausted their unemployment benefits, okay, and they don't qualify for unemployment. Okay? 11, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right? You're going to be mourning in these last days. All right? You thought it was sweet. You thought because you had a job, everything was gravy. And now look, man. Okay? That careless ideology has destroyed you. And now you have to face the music, because it's only going to get worse here in Babylon, America. All right? And if you women are about to go vote in 2020, man, may the Lord, okay, drop the hammer on you and your family. Okay? Because clearly anybody, well, I'm talking to the whole nation of Israel. Anybody in 2020 who's going to go out and vote for Trump or Biden, you're lost. And you deserve a horrible judgment. Okay? You're a fucking moron. You deserve every judgment on your head and your family. Okay? That's why we don't pray for y'all. Okay? Because you're idiots. Just like Jeremiah said, don't pray for these people, man. The weeping prophet Jeremiah. Pray not. You know what? Let me get that. Pray not. That's another. I'm sick and tired of hearing this fucking election BS, man. Jeremiah 14:11. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people for their good. Right. So don't pray. Okay? Don't pray for their good, because they can't do good. Okay? They're out there thinking that voting and that being part of the political process is going to make a difference to their problems. Here it is, cops are blowing you away. They're getting off. Okay? You're the first ones being fired in this pandemic. There's been plenty of brothers have reported that. All right? You women are losing your jobs. Jeremiah 11:14. This is what I wanted. Therefore pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. Right. So the Lord ain't hearing you 2/3, man. All right. Especially you women of the 2/3. Okay. You will suffer a horrible death. That is your judgment. Okay. Because the prophets have been out and they warned you of these days to come. And now you claiming depression and anxiety, and you want people to feel sorry for your ass. Fuck no. Because you know why? The prophets been told you what was coming. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. That's the reason why the apostles and elders, 30 plus years, 25 plus years, were on the highways and byways telling you of the evil that's coming and saying you got to seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, we took heed. All right? We took heed. And that goes to show that the Lord is really dealing with men, not women. Okay? A prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right? And majority of women of our nation are simple. You pass on and you're going to be punished, man, because this is nothing. Get ready for the economic collapse. Get ready for martial law. Okay, get ready for civil war. Get ready for race wars. Okay, get ready to see your neighbor, okay, break into your building. Break into your apartment where you live at, the building you live at, all right, and do whatever he wants to you, all right? Because you women have been walking around acting like shit is sweet, man, even though you're complaining of mental issues. So you're kind of fucked up in the head on that one. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep the door, keep the faith. You can see these women are through, all right? They're finished. And if they're not trying to seek the Lord in sincerity, they're going to get caught out there. And for the few sisters that have been seeking the Lord in sincerity, shalom, keep studying, keep praying. We're almost out of here. With that, shalom and a Bible ball. Shalom.